I'm looking back on all of my journal entries for the month of March. And March was something else. March was very, very powerful. I have learned so much in such a short time frame. This was such an emotionally, mentally, and spiritually equally challenging and enlightening time in my life. And I feel like everything around me was in alignment. Everything was in alignment with our earth, our world, our universe. I really feel as if simultaneously the transition of winter to spring was very volatile. It was as if this past winter was just so heavy with its seasonal depression, with its coldness, with its darkness, with its isolation, with just everything that comes with winter. It was just so heavy this go round. And I don't know what was so different about it, or just why it was so much more intense, but it was very intense energetically, especially when it came to the end of its season. It was almost as if spring had to really fight and go through the fire just to rise up renewed in the ashes of winter. I literally woke up on the first day of spring just transformed by the energies, frequencies, and vibrations of its equinox and solstice celebrations. The night before, when I laid my head down to go to sleep, I felt all the heaviness of winter. And I just remember very vividly saying how I didn't want this anymore. I wanted to let it go. And what makes it even more so in alignment with everything, which makes it just so much more proof of the oneness of existence, is that I didn't even realize in the moment that that was the final day of winter and tomorrow was the first day of spring. Winter may have been a bit more brutal, but its lessons, winter lessons, held very beautifully rude awakenings that only the birth of spring could bring to light. March reminded me that pains are associated with births. There is no birth in existence that does not include pain. And that in itself reminds me that there is power in all pain. All the numerous symptoms of winter's seasonal depressions that I experienced, it seemed to heighten in March. And in order to come to an end, it all had to be released. I had to learn to accept things I cannot change. I was forced to look at the bigger picture, the picture beyond my emotions, my current and temporary feelings. I was reminded that I am not in control of anyone else's journey. I am just a part of it, and how much of a blessing it is to even be a part of someone else's journey, let alone play such a vital role in their journey. And these lessons they felt like they went against almost every fiber of my being. But what I thought was protection, I learned was truly just a disguise for control. And along with acceptance came the lessons and reminders of compromise and the truth that both are necessary, even vital, whenever change is taking place in order for relationships to strengthen enough to be able to endure the next phases. Acceptance and compromise are the only paths to sincere and open interaction, which ultimately strengthen relationships. I had to just cooperate where I can. And that was hard for me. That was difficult for me. But in doing so, this allowed me to take a fresh look at my own self through a much wider perspective and really consider what my desires are long terms in my relationships rather than what I feel like I should control, I could control in the moment. Once again, present moment awareness save the day. The present moments are constantly testing and developing our ability to relax and be free in chaotic, limited, and hostile situations. And it's our true intentions that determine the quality of peace in our life. And that peace is the only thing that has the ability to relieve the stresses we have to deal with. March, the ending of winter, and the beginning of spring taught me that the peace of mind I crave can only be achieved by accepting my situations in life exactly as it is. With every change and every shift, no resistance, only acceptance. That means the good parts and the undesirable parts together. And in togetherness, finding ways to unite with others in the midst of changes and in the midst of phases, along with staying connected to myself, remembering that I can always choose happiness by choosing a perspective. That is the ultimate lesson that March has taught me. And it was very heartbreaking to be reminded that peace of mind is never permanent. Just like bad times never last forever. These beautiful states of being come to us in moments which must be cherished as they arise, because being present in it will allow us to walk away from it with the lessons learned. Thank you, March, for teaching me so much about myself and myself in relations and connections with others. You taught me how to take care of myself through the hard and difficult and challenging and emotionally draining moments of our experience with each other. And I am grateful. I really do appreciate it. And I accept that it took those levels of extremity for you to get through to me. And I walk away from you holding no grudges about any of it. You have helped me become better, and I feel equipped to move forward. And spring, hello again, my dear old friend. Each time around, I am truly just blown away of the energetic proof that you are indeed the true mark of the beginning of a new year. What an exciting time in life to experience. I always feel like I can conquer anything, and the entire earth is at the edge of my fingertips when you come around. And I'm always so eager for all of the beauties that you have the powers to blossom. I hope you take your time with me this year. There is certainly no rush for you to leave. I do intend to take my time and enjoy every moment with you. Truly cherish spring and embrace all of its present moments. And usually I'm ready to just hit the ground running. But this year, I just want to bask in your greatness and enjoy your joys. Slow living in the spring. I want to see what that is like. And I wonder how you will transform my life this year with this intention that I have to experience you with.
Everything I wanted to taste. The peanut butter, the bananas, and the chocolate. I'm feeling so good. I woke up. I got Mitchell off to school. I meditated. I did some meditation today. And then I worked out. I did a few exercises for my glutes. And then I went and I walked the trail for like 45 minutes. And now I just got me my little protein shake. And so far, so good. I'm having a great morning. Today is Monday, so I'm setting the tone for my week. And yeah, I need to clean my bathrooms today, and I want to mop the floors. I gotta make a few phone calls, do a few adulting things, but I don't have any errands to run. I don't have anywhere to go. But yeah, that is how my morning is going. What I got planned for the day while the children are at school. You know, once Mitchell get home, that's when I'll start cooking like dinner for the kids, and of course do some editing. Go into mommy mode until it's time to wind down and end my day. I missed my turn. Oh, this is good. Oh, it's cold though.